Alright. Alright. Let's try this again. God fucking damn it. As much as this whole stream is just starting to irritate me. Because as soon as I get it done, something happens like oh. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Alright, so I'm just gonna do a quick synopsis. Alexander Gordon Jahans, born circa 1995. In Britain, he's a Brit-fag tard who is left-wing leaning, hates anybody who is right-wing or doesn't have the same political opinion as him. And he will get into fights with his fucking family members over this. Now, oh yeah, this is also a dedication stream to Forever Sin, who passed away on July 6th or 5th, I can't remember, but he passed away right after Independence Day, so rest in peace forever. But now, back to the meat of this, because I don't know. I've got to start having better notes for my streams. Anyways, let's go back to the notes. Hates Tories, he's basically an SJW, has doesn't even love his father. He fucking hates his dad to the point where he wants him dead and stuff like that. He has a condition that makes puberty impossible for him, which causes him to also have man boobies, or just boobies in general. Hates the Tory party with a burning passion. He claims they are responsible for all the unemployment in the UK. I have no fucking response to that because I have no fucking clue about England and couldn't really care less. No offense, British fans, if there are any. But your country is kind of weird. You need a license for that, Governor. Claims his dad beats him, but there's no evidence to be shown for that. He also donated money to making tranny surgeries easier to get in the United Kingdom, because apparently the DHS is torture to trans people. Not gonna say anything because I have no fucking clue about the British healthcare system and honestly couldn't care. He also has a cat who clearly dislikes him. Like, he is not, like, he's one of these guys who's just easy to fucking hate. There. Couldn't be bothered. No. Jahans also claims that he respects his mother, but disrespects her to the point, I don't know, where he's basically a problem child who basically caused his parents to split. So there's also that. Holy. Yeah. Ooh, ooh. But no, his sister is genuinely afraid of him because he will spurg out and scream at his mother and, like, get all abusive and shit with her. Like, I'm not making that up. Now, before I had to cut the last stream because of, technical difficulties. Pardon me, I'm chowing down on goldfish. He also thinks that he shouldn't have to pay for anything. He believes his dad should pay for everything, while at the same time calling his dad a piece of crap. The other thing that pisses me off is now I'm not in a private lobby, which pisses me off now because I much prefer the private lobbies, but whatever. And I can't find my fucking camp. I guess I'll have to set one up. There we go. Ah yes, scrawny nag. Oh Jesus H, I just ran right into him. There. Now, fuck, see here, now I'm all fucked up. Because I want to get to the juice of the stream. The real reason why everyone's probably here for it. What the fuck? No. See, you know what? Fuck this. Here. Fuck these guys. Here I am just trying to do my fucking thing, and these guys are like, can't even remember what I was talking about. Anyways. So yeah, he has... Oh, I should get into the story. So basically, he actually hates being with his family. To the point where he will get out of, like, family events, like going to the zoo or something, and he will ruin it for everyone else. Instead of just walking away, you know what he does? He just goes and fights the animals, like the monkeys in the monkey cage or whatever. But no, he is also, see, Jahans doesn't have many friends. So what he does is he watches this, podcast called The Podquisition. Now, I don't know if it's still around, but it's run by some, like, guy named Jim Sterling and this tranny named Laura K. Buzz and this woman named Eve, who I'm pretty sure is I don't know, it doesn't matter. So here, I'm gonna play for you that special something. Here, let's go to YouTube and find it. Now I got, so he has a, he loves the Podquisition. He loves it. He idolizes Jim Sterling to the point where, I don't know, it's like a very unhealthy love. Like, he doesn't have many friends, so he considers these people to be his friends. He wants to be like these people, his idols. And, he, it's actually pretty bad. He actually wrote, like, a little fanfic about it. He actually wrote a little fanfic about it. And see here, I'm just gonna let Jahans explain it now. I couldn't find an original video because Jahans likes to delete shit for some reason, or he liked to delete shit, kind of like me with my failed stream attempts. But no, here is, now you're gonna hear some other guy talking. If this is like just a documentary series done by Godwinson, he did actually a phenomenal job on this. You should check it out on YouTube. But this is where I got a lot of my information on him, on Jahans. So like I said, I'm just gonna let this play out. You're gonna hear Jahans's fanfic about the Podquisition. No words can describe it. It's pretty bad. You'll just have to ignore Godwinson and just we're here. Trust me. So yeah, get ready. This is gonna be bad. If you have a weak stomach, I suggest you stop watching right now, because it's getting bad.
My Podquisition fanfic. Hey, I finished this fanfic. It tops in at like 28,445 words. And it was actually quite disturbing to write at times. People have been asking to kind of say, for me to talk about my writing. I think this is a good primer. This is the thing. Read this.
Alright, so we dive straight in to a dramatic reading of the fanfiction that Jahans spent a full day recording. Day will pass into night as Jahans reads his story. His bedroom door wide open for the whole household to hear. Keith won't be getting any sleep tonight.
But I am going to be doing a dramatic reading of Laura, Queen of Earth. My now 28,445 word long Podquisition fanfic.
This text is gargantuan, a colossus. This is Jahans' magnum opus. Its length signifies its importance.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I will now introduce you to the world of Laura, Queen of Butts. Laura, Queen of Earth. Quasi-canonical Podquisition fanfic by Alexander Gordon Jahans, dedicated to the hosts of the Podquisition. Laura, Queen of Mirth. Jim fucking Sterling, son. Gavin, Miracle of Sound, done. Let's go.
What an introduction. I am thoroughly hyped.
Jim Sterling and Laura K. Buzz, Queen of Butts, are having a private conversation in an empty room. Gavin enters, long, flowing brown hair, devil horns as he enters. Oh man, that was so awesome. I mean, honestly, Charlie McDonald, what an amazing singer. Regenerate me. Come on, it was awesome. And I think they like me so much, they want me to be in their band. I'm going to be in the Doctor Who band. How cool is that? Laura, hurriedly, wipes her eyes. Jim says genially, "That's really awesome, Gavin." Gavin pauses, studying the scene. "Wait, am I interrupting something?" Jim tries to placate Gavin. "No, honestly, mate, it's fine. Let's grab a drink, shall we?"
So we start quite tamely. There is an implied romantic undercurrent between Jim Sterling and Laura K. Buzz that is subtly alluded to. He might even be forgiven if we thought that this was the beginning of a cute slash-fic.
Then the screaming starts. Jim runs towards the screaming. Laura and Gavin follow reluctantly in his wake. "Mate, what the fuck are you gonna do?" asks Gavin nervously. "I know how to fight," says Jim. "And besides, somebody's got to fucking do something."
This is Jim Sterling cast as an 1980s action hero. He's ready to launch himself into danger. He's Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando. He's Bruce Willis in Die Hard.
"Oh, that's cute," says Laura. "I mean, you have to admit, she has a great bum." "Oh, yeah," says Eve confidently. "What a great ass." Lucy smiles radiantly. "Thank you. I hope that one day you'll both get to enjoy it." "Yes," says Eve. "I think I should enjoy ramming you in the ass."
This escalated quickly. We are definitely transitioning into a territory that initially this fiction didn't seem to be heading towards. The language here is very crude, but still, we are in a relative state of tameness.
Lucy kissed Amy on the lips. Amy kissed Lucy back. They started snogging, their tongues exploring each other's teeth as their hands undressed each other. Lucy was being very deliberate in her actions, exposing Amy's rear. Amy was lost to the lust, and her attempts to pull Lucy's shirt off failed. Lucy pulled away. She pulled Amy's shirt and bra off her body before continuing to snog her. Amy pulled away and turned to remove her shoes as Lucy sucked at her neck and explored the contours of her body. As Amy kicked off her shoes and socks, Lucy began stimulating her where it counts. Amy rolled back onto her front and mounted Lucy. Lucy's deft fingers worked miracles as she kissed and sucked at the beautiful naked woman breathing heavily on top of her. At last, Amy climaxed in blissful ecstasy.
Jahans has written a very evocative, very passionate sex scene. It's very vanilla, very detailed. As a passage of erotica, it works. It paints a very vivid picture. Quite what it's doing in a Jim Sterling fanfiction, I don't know, but let's roll with it.
Jim watches as Lucy strips the ginger woman completely naked, layer by layer. Finally, the ginger woman drops onto her hands and knees and says, "What would you have me do, mistress?" Lucy pulls out a collar and leash from her pocket, attaches the collar around the ginger woman's neck, and clips the leash onto the collar. "Honey, be a good, obedient little girl. I'll follow, but don't speak, okay? I'll give you lots of hugs later." Jim stares. Lucy turns her attention back to Jim, with a great big grin plastered across her face. "We'll have to try milking her later. Now, what was it you wanted to say?" Jim blinks and shakes his head. One of them's shrinking." "Fantastic," says Lucy. "Those ones are the best." And he began to undress Anna. Jim turned to stare at the wall and hummed his theme tune to himself so he didn't overhear what was going on. When Anna was completely naked and standing on all fours before him.
Okay, so Jim Sterling has just witnessed an act of BDSM, and it is clear that we are now in that world. The idea of naked women wearing collars, it's BDSM, probably no different from stuff like 50 Shades of Grey. But it's entry-level stuff for that world. The only sign of the darkness to come, the oddness unique to Jahans, is a throwaway allusion to milking a naked woman. Now, before we go any further, I just want to set a challenge. Try to identify, in the upcoming extract, try to identify when this Jim Sterling fanfiction crosses a line, becomes irredeemable. Try to identify that it might be hard for you to find, it might be hard for you to pick up on the exact moment. You may have to squint, but just have a go.
Lucy takes a frying pan out of a cupboard, places it on a hob, squirts some milk into a glass, then pours it into the pan to act like oiled butter. Then she finds a large clean knife and a rolling pin. She sticks the rolling pin in the ginger woman's mouth and instructs, "Bite down when you feel pain, honey." Then Lucy slices off a piece of the ginger woman's arse and fries it in the sylph milk. Once it is cooked, Lucy plates up the hot piece of ass and presents it to Jim Sterling. "Bon appetit, mon capitaine." Jim stares into Lucy's eyes, into her soul, and he lifts up the fried buttlet, sticks it into his mouth, bites, chews, and swallows. Lovely. Then he thinks for a second and says, "Actually, this is really good. Holy shit."
Right. So if you've identified then Lucy slices off a piece of the ginger woman's arse as the point of no return, then yeah. I think you're right. The extract starts off almost like an episode of Nigella, and then quickly descends into Jim Sterling gleefully partaking in cannibalism. This is a very Jahanic way to honour your heroes.
"Thank you," said Lucy, and she kissed Jim on the cheek before leaving. Jim stared as the feeling of Lucy's lips lingered on his cheek, wondering if he had missed a golden opportunity. And then he shrugged and ate some breasts.
Jim Sterling is now wholeheartedly a cannibal, eating the breasts of young women with joy. Jim Sterling is like a pig in muck. He bloody loves it.
Laura stared at the pint of blood. Eve caught Laura's gaze and said, "No, you are not drinking blood." "But it's a weird thing," said Laura. "I can't not try the weird thing." Eve said, "You can't. It's blood from people." "It's all right," said Lucy. "It's not going to turn you into a vampire or anything." "I'm trying the weird thing," said Laura, and she reached forward, lifted up Lucy's pint glass and took a large gulp. "It's nice. Like viscous, like cough syrup, but nice."
The cannibalism isn't just restricted to Jim Sterling. Now, Laura K. Buzz is written as an enthusiastic blood drinker, gulping it down like it's a glass of absolute nectar. Bear in mind that Jahans wrote this fiction as a tribute to Jim Sterling and Laura K. Buzz. It's a harrowing insight, isn't it, into the mind of Jahans, that he sees projecting cannibalism onto his idols as A-OK.
"I just want to make sure I'm getting that entirely right." "Oh, they're fine," said Laura. "The girls love it. Slice them open, cut the organ free, whip it out. They heal in moments and say they like it because they feel all tingly inside. Laura casually bit into a sausage.
Laura K. Buzz has gone from having her first pint of blood to now trivializing and joyfully describing the disembowelment of women as she eats dinner. It's the casualness of it all that disturbs.
Lucy coughed and gestured to the glasses. Cum, piss, shit, tears, spit, blood, vomit. The 7 base ingredients. What we need to do is find what the various different combinations mean.
So now we enter a part of the fan fiction where an apparently scientific series of experiments are about to be conducted. The purpose of these experiments is to find a cure for transgenderism. Note the sensitivity that Jahans displays here. Note the real-world science being applied. Note the presence of excretions as magical transformative cocktails. Note the sheer insanity.
5 centilitres of cum, 1 centilitre of vomit, 1 centilitre of blood. A short, pretty woman steps up. Lucy injects her. Lucy watches as the woman grows a foot taller, as her muscles thicken and her arms and legs become hairier as her chest tightens up and she develops abs. "Okay," says Lucy. "I think I know what's happened here, but I need to check something. May I please look inside your pants?" The woman shrugs. "I came in here half expecting to be killed and dissected. Of course you can look." "Thank you," says Lucy, and she pulls down the woman's trousers. "Interesting. Next." Sally holds up the sack and the woman climbs in.
So the combination of 5 centilitres of cum, 1 centilitre of vomit, and 1 centilitre of blood has turned a woman into a man. The medical professionals of the world need to take notes. They're clearly missing a trick.
5 centilitres of cum, 1 centilitre of tears, 1 centilitre of blood. A tall, beefy guy steps up. Lucy injects him. The man shrinks by a foot, and his muscles shrivel as his hair burns up and his chest flattens while his pectorals inflate and his nipples extend outward to facilitate new pockets of fat. His voice is noticeably more high-pitched. "Sir, may I ask to see inside your pants?" asks Lucy. He winks. "No problem." Lucy takes a peek and confirms her suspicions, then writes down the results. She prepares 5 centilitres of cum, 1 centilitre of blood, and 1 centilitre of vomit. Then she injects the man. When she injects the man, his body returns to its prior state.
And this combination of 5 centilitres of cum, 1 centilitre of tears, and 1 centilitre of blood can seemingly transform a man into a woman. Jahans has written the cure for transgenderism, and it is in no way is it transphobic. Of course it isn't. All trans people should start injecting themselves with bodily excretions right now. Just make sure you get those centilitres right.
6 centilitres of cum, 1 centilitre of blood. 4 centilitres of blood, 1 centilitre of cum, 1 centilitre of tears, 1 centilitre of spit. 5 centilitres of shit, 1 centilitre of blood, 1 centilitre of spit. 1 centilitre of cum, 1 centilitre of piss, 1 centilitre of shit, 1 centilitre of tears, 1 centilitre of spit, 1 centilitre of blood, 1 centilitre of vomit.
And now this cure for transgenderism is presented to Laura K. Buzz.
The waiter arrived with the drinks, and he wore nothing but his boxer shorts. "I do like a place with quick table service," said Eve. The waiter smiled awkwardly and handed Laura and Eve their drinks. Then he sat down beside Lucy. "So, what do you want to do with me?" he asked. "Be still and shut up," said Lucy. "You are a prop." Laura clicked her fingers as the penny dropped. "This is a demonstration, isn't it?" "Yes," said Lucy with a smile. "Demonstration of what?" asked Eve. "This," said Laura. "This," said Lucy, as she injected 5 centilitres of cum, 1 centilitre of tears, and 1 centilitre of blood into the waiter. Laura and Eve watched as the tall, skinny waiter became a slightly shorter and skinnier waitress. "You've gone and fucking done it," said Laura. "The op in a syringe." "Oh, this is better than the op," said Lucy. "Complete genetic rewrite, and with all the same memories. Thanks to my handy-dandy formula, this man could now be a mother if he wanted to." The waiter's face contorted in fear. "And of course," said Lucy, "it is completely reversible by way of the counterpart solution." She hit the man with 5 centilitres of cum, 1 centilitre of vomit, and 1 centilitre of blood. His body returned to the way he had it before.
The op in a syringe. The op in a syringe. Now, I'm not an expert on transphobia, but I think that trivializing the struggles that these people go through, the lengthy and numerous operations, the prolonged recovery process.
Let's ignore that gay crap. And that's it, apparently. Yeah, holy shit. Holy shit, that was bad. Yeah, it was bad. If you've made it this far in the video, let me just say you are a trooper. I know holy. I don't know how I can delete a... You know what? I can't even. Holy crow. Yeah, no, and that's not even all. Like, he is into some weird kinky stuff. Like, he's into some weird BDSM crap. Like, it's really bad.
Did I ever tell you I briefly trained as an acrobat in Portugal? I think it's one of the reasons I've stayed so
Yeah,
surprised.
it was really bad. Like, let me pull up my notes again. So basically, the fried ass thing might actually be evidence to some, like, what the fuck? Might be evidence to some... What the fuck? What's up with this game? Oh, great. Now I'm gonna have... I hope I'm not having technical difficulties. But sorry, where was I? The fried ass thing might actually be like some... Might be evidence into like a dark fantasy about eating women or eating people. Perhaps he's the British Jeffrey Dahmer. But Jeffrey Dahmer was gay, and, well, Jahans, I think he's gay too. More on that in a bit. Holy. Had to drink my water bottle filled with vodka. Ugh. I wish. Yeah, this is a weird violent fetish. And he has no embarrassment for his bizarre fetishes. And he's even proudly boasted about them to people. Yeah. They seem to be about him dismembering young attractive women. And this is where it gets kind of incel. Becomes kind of like inceldom. He dislikes women because he's afraid they'll reject him. So, yeah, there's that. He also claims to be a feminist and all that, but fantasizes about women being slaves to him and treating them like dirt. And, dare I say, eating m'lady. Scrawny nag. He thinks he's found a cure, like that cure you heard in the, in that fucking weird-ass fucking audio clip. I believe that's actually what he believes, like, I believe he actually believes he found a cure for transgenderism. Like I said, whatever that, it's weird. But I don't know if I mentioned it. He has a crush on Laura K. Buzz, if that wasn't evident to you. I probably should have mentioned that. Yeah, he has a crush on Laura K. Buzz, who is the transgendered woman. Who's the tranny. You can tell this guy hasn't had very many, if any, girlfriends. And because I've told you before in the beginning that he's very liberal or left-wing leaning, he's a social justice warrior who believes that, who thinks that, oh, if he uses those to cover up the fact that I like cutting up women's asses and boiling them or frying them. He believes that's a way for him to cover it up, which really doesn't. I mean, we saw this with Amos Yee, who said pedophilia is okay, and he was like left-wing leaning, and like everybody who was left-wing leaning was like, yeah, no, we don't want this guy associated with us. And here's how he covers up his weird fetishes. He goes off on, like, I guess, British politician Nigel Farage by going, "Hooray! Nigel Farage!" or Orange Man bad! I bet you he's probably doing that fucking boo for Boris thing they're doing, or they were doing for a while. Holy fuck. England is... Yeah, that's all. I'm not gonna harp on you. You guys have to fucking live there. I kid. Like I said, he claims to be a feminist, but he has misogynistic, cannibalistic fantasies, which is weird because that's what you find with like male feminists or guys who claim they support women's rights. They always turn out to be like creepy. Like they always seem to have like weird fetishes, like, or weird little fantasies. I mean, probably because they fucking hang out with like women who are like fucking just, I don't know. Whatever, one's enough for me. So see, he's one of these people who doesn't identify as male, apparently. He identifies as the shark from Jaws. Yeah, so, yeah, if you're wondering what he looks like, just, yeah. Oh boy. If it wasn't evident to you, he gets turned on by hurting women. He's definitely into that fucking BDSM bullshit. Get over here, you scutteroni nag. Yeah, the blood. He has a, like I said, he has a bloodlust fetish. Apparently, he loves. I think he said he likes the taste of blood. I don't know. I feel like he probably cut himself a little bit and sucked the blood, and like he was like, "Ooh, I love the taste of that." But yeah, no, he likes to hurt beautiful women because he's not good looking. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I mean, yeah, he's definitely not. He's definitely... I don't know any fucking male models aside from Fabio. That should just tell you enough about how fucking bad I am. He likes writing... If that little thing there, you thought that was just a one-time thing with the Podquisition people? That's like a joke? Like, he's actually, I believe, stalked all of them to the point where, like, he made a 45-minute video on Facebook. I don't know where it is. You might see it in like the documentary series Godwinson did. If you really want to dive into this, I don't know why you would though. I mean, fuck, I dived into it and fuck, it took me how long to make this fucking stream? Yeah, so he also calls himself, because he wants to be a serial killer, like Jeffrey Dahmer or fucking... I don't know. He basically wants to be a serial killer. And he calls himself, and I quote, "the Butcher of Britain." So see here, we're going to go back to the political portion of the video. Because Jahans, like I said, he's left-wing leaning. So he was on a Google Hangouts call with a few Podquisition fans from North America. I think particularly the US. And one of them, or a couple of them, pulled out their guns, because I think they might have knew about Jahans already. So what they did was they pulled out their guns, because they knew, yeah, his position on gun control is basically he's happy that Britain's practically banned all their firearms. But yeah, no, he's he spurged out and freaked out at them, cussed them out, and he basically the next day he made a video screeching at them, and he was wielding, and this is what it's called, his dagger of self-victimization. That's what it's called. Yeah. This guy is just... I don't know how much more I can talk about. Like, I'm pretty sure Jim Sterling and these other people have banned him from the Podquisition, but I don't entirely know that for sure, and I could be entirely wrong about this whole thing, but I'm pretty sure they do their best to try and put that behind them, because they don't want people bringing up, oh, you were stalked by a degenerate crazy man. But no, there is so much more about him. So apparently he went to college, and this is where a lot of those stories about him pushing his boasting about his fantasies and beliefs about and yeah, his views on all that good stuff. No, I'm not gonna leave this here. But no, all his views on women and abusing women, he put that out there when he went to college, I believe, or university. And he apparently had a boyfriend who was, like, I believe he was severely autistic and, like, really messed up. And see, that's where I kind of stopped, because basically I believe, from what I understand, Jahans kind of, it was a weird thing, but he did have a boyfriend, like I mentioned before. Whether or not his boyfriend was, like, all I know is that he was severely autistic, so I don't even know if he even knew what the fuck was going on. But whatever. Yeah, and basically that's pretty much almost all of that. As far as I know, he hasn't made any videos as of, like, the spring/summer of 2019. He still has a channel up if you really want to look into it. You could just, it's pretty easy to find. But no, like I said, I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard anything from him that came up from online in a while. Which leads me to either believe he's probably either living in, like, a group home that has restricted internet access, or he finally got smart and realized, you know what, maybe I shouldn't post my weird shit online, my weird fucking fantasies about things I want to do online. But knowing Jahans, I don't know. Like I said, hasn't really been anything new. And there's really not much to go into about, like, the college saga. I mean, if you really want to look into it, I'd recommend the Godwinson documentaries. Basically, he was just weird, and I'm not sure if he got kicked out or not. Do not hold me to it, but I feel like he may have got reprimanded for harassing students and explaining how, oh, I have weird fantasies. But no. Honestly, of all the people I've done streams on, like the few people I have, I can honestly say this guy's probably one of the weirder ones. I mean, Jonathan Yaniv is just somebody who likes to bully people. Amy's life journey is just a shitty mother who beats her children. I mean, it's equally messed up, but I mean, whatever. Chantel, aka Foodie Beauty, whatever her name is. Now, she's just a manipulative, spoiled brat. And Mike Martin is just a shitty father. But like, of all the people I've done streams on, I'd have to say Jahans is probably definitely the weirdest one. So far. Like, there's probably going to be other ones down the road. But for right now, I think that's going to be the stream. I got to do more research on... I had a few people to talk about next, but see, I've been so busy with like work and just life. It's definitely becoming difficult for me to remember this stuff, so it's like, I just forget it and keep working. But no, I'm thinking next stream, I think we're gonna talk about, who do we talk about? There's so many, like, interesting individuals to talk about, but it's like, where the hell do you fucking start? Oh boy. Oh boy. What's next? Let's see. Let's think here. Have I talked about Nikocado Avocado? I don't think I have. Because he's definitely somebody I could talk about. What the fuck? I think I left the TV on upstairs. Whatever. I'll have to go turn that off. But no, like, I'm definitely gonna have to do a stream on him. Thing is with him, I like to do streams on people that their stories kind of ended, which is why Jahans was probably like the one that I wanted to do the most, because his stories kind of ended. I mean, Chantel's hers still goes on, but it's like, I don't know. It's like, it's kind of, everyone kind of knows what's going on. Same with Amy's life journey. Like, it's like, you know they're there, but you just... You just kind of sit back and eat your popcorn and laugh at the crazies. But no, there are a lot of other people I wanted to do, and I feel like I've written down the list somewhere and I've lost it or whatever. But no, I think we should do Nikocado Avocado next. This one will be very interesting. This one I'm gonna definitely have to do. Maybe I'll have, because I've been looking at a few other ones. I think Only Use Me Blade was one. He'll probably be after Nikocado Avocado, but with me, you never know. That stream might come in like 6 to 8 months. No, I don't know. No, we're definitely gonna have to. Definitely have to do a stream on Nikocado Avocado. Like, that one is one I wish I had my computer working for, so I could actually show the fucking videos and like the YouTube poops of. Because let me just say, they are fucking hilarious. So I think yes, our next stream will have to be Nikocado Avocado. There we go. Let's just skin this. So yeah, I think we'll do Nikocado Avocado next. I'm just trying to think who else I should do a stream on. Yeah, no. Boy, oh boy. We'll see. There's a lot to go on, talk about, but I'm just finally happy the Jahans saga is finally over. Because let me just say, I did not want it to take this long, and I didn't think it would take this long. Like, I wanted to make that stream months ago, that second part to the stream, months ago, but life. Jesus H. There, put him out of his suffering. But no, yeah, we're gonna do Nikocado Avocado next. Now comes the fun part of finding an end song to... I don't want to end the stream at night because then you can't see my dance moves. Actually, I do have a good song. I have a great song. It's an older one. It's from a channel called Reed Mowat. He made a song, I guess, back in the 90s called the Jeffrey Dahmer song. And because Jahans is very much cannibalistic and essentially the British Jeffrey Dahmer, I figured, or he wants to be, I figured, you know what? I'll make a little song. For Jahans. I almost said Jeffrey. By the way, yes, I do like this song. So yeah, this will be our end song. What time is it? Oh, it's 2:38. Well, here we go, boys. Here we go, gamers. Oh, I started it prematurely, as usual. I start things too soon. Anyways, here you go. Thank you all for watching. Tune in next time. It'll probably be in like a week's time, maybe less. We might have some chilling with the villains happening. But just stay tuned for that. There we go. Here. So, thank you guys, and we will see you later.
This is a Jeffrey Dahmer song. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, renowned for its beer. But lately it's been known for something else from what I hear. An evil, evil monster that's been roaming through the streets, browsing through the crowds, looking for something to eat. Jeffrey Dahmer, his mother's favorite son. He never had a bone to pick with any.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, that one's pretty shit. That one's shit. Sorry. Here, let's we're gonna pick another song. See what I can find. Okay, GG Allen, I want to eat you out. This is perfect. This is perfect right here. This will probably get me in trouble. Whatever. I love YouTube ads. I just love them. I should really pick my songs before I start.
You need to get the hell out of here.